been around, Mr. Fournier, longer than any of us. And so, I mean, obviously, we know the numbers. He averaged 19.7 points this year, was shooting the ball really well. But what can you tell us about him that may not necessarily show up in the box score and may not show up on a Zoom call?
I think he's a much better teammate than he's given credit for. If you look closely at how he played in Orlando, if a teammate got a technical foul and was in danger, for example, of getting a second technical and getting booted out of the game, it would be Evan who was the first person on scene to calm his teammate down. If you talk to Mo Bamba called Evan Fournier the heart and soul of the Magic.
We've heard that about him before.
For his intensity and welcoming Mo under his wing and supporting Mo. So that is the Evan I covered and know.
Wow. Evan saving teammates money. That's a beautiful thing. That's you don't see that too often because guys typically, it's kind of like, I'm gonna figure out how I can do my thing. And if you lose your cool, well, sorry. Good for him. Good for him. Now, Evan, he wasn't the only player that the Celtics were involved with and talking to. You got our good friend Aaron Gordon, who for Celtics fans, they remember Aaron all too well for just the connection he had with Harvard. His sister played at Harvard, and then there was that huge photo. Matter of fact, I posted this on social media where he was on the bus and he had a basketball in his hand and he was in Boston and everyone was freaking out like, oh my God, they're going to draft Aaron Gordon. When in fact, he was just kind of hanging out with his sister and he was just going, what can you tell us about just how close the Celtics were to some of those other guys? And we're talking about Aaron Gordon, but also Vucevic was a name that certainly got a lot of Celtics fans kind of geeked up and gassed up thinking maybe he's going to be a Celtic. How close were they to just really cementing deals with some of those two other guys?
I suspect that they were not very close on either Nick Vucevic or Aaron Gordon. Denver had a better package of players, of existing players, than Boston offered. That's my understanding, and partly because of the inclusion of R.J. Hampton, who is potentially a high ceiling guard in the first year of a rookie scale contract. As for Vooch, I think the key there are the two incoming first round picks, and also Chicago's willingness to take on Al-Farouq Aminu's final year of his contract. The reality is that Boston most likely will fare much better in the next, both in this year and then 2 years from now, and would have conveyed a much worse first round pick than Chicago is likely to convey. So I don't think Boston came very close in either Vucevic or Gordon's case.